I would have never in a million years thought something like this could happen to him at all.
You didn't see things like him getting into fights? Or...
No. They met and he liked her, she liked him, but it didn't, I don't think that was love at first sight or anything. We didn't attend because Shanann and I just couldn't get along. And I didn't like the way she treated him.
Do you think Chris loves Shanann?
Oh God, he loved her. Yes, I believe he loved her at first. He played sports. He played sports from the time he was 5 years old up until he was 17. And he was in basketball, he was in baseball, he was in football, and loved NASCAR. He and his dad went to the NASCAR races all the time. Everything is there. But there's no kids and there's no Shanann. And I was not worried. You know, I thought she has just gone off and I'm going to punish you for this and you can worry about me. But he said I went into a rage and I killed her after she killed Cece and Bella. I just don't like the way it was handled from the very beginning. I don't like the way it was handled. I want to save your life, that's all. We're just here, we're going to save his life. We want him to get life in prison. It was like they already knew he was guilty. So I don't see how the death penalty could have mattered. All I want is the truth. I just want the truth. That's it. And I know Chris, he would take responsibility. And I guess maybe he is. I don't know. I don't know. I just can't see him doing that. I don't know his frame of mind, and I don't know his frame of mind. Because why would you plead guilty to something you didn't do?
Hey everybody, let's talk about Tru Tam, the latest Watts groupie.
The haters that I have, you know, clearly they're struggling. If they have nothing better to do than to jump on my live or get in my group and start a bunch of drama, you know, for absolutely no reason. Because I would love to see proof of anywhere that I've ever done anything harmful to anybody. I mean, I can't take it personally because I don't know them, so I don't give a fuck. But the investigators had to ask the Rusiks to return Shanann's makeup bag and suitcase that she had taken to Arizona on a trip. But they had to get it back from the Rusiks. They took it to North Carolina. Yes, speaking of dogs.
So ChrisWatts had placed his luggage tag on Shanann's suitcase because when they opened it up, even though it had his name on it, all of Shanann's things were in there. Not too smart.
So for some reason, they were allowed to remove evidence from the home.
I mean, why don't you ask the police department that, seeing that they left behind Shanann's purse even when they went in there with a warrant on the 15th to bag up everything? They left her purse on the counter. They didn't take it as evidence. And they did not take her suitcase either. So why wouldn't the Rusek family go and take care of their daughter's things? Why?
Hi.
Hey. Who with the
DA's office. I get... What's your last name?
Need to see IDs? Probably
No,
can't hurt,
you
huh?
definitely don't look like media. What's your last name?
Ren. W-R-E-N-N.
What's your first name?
Steve. Roach. R-O-C-H-E. Patrick.
Right, I will let them know that you're on your way up because I believe they have the door locked at the moment. Frederick 975-989.
That's up there.
I'm sending DAs up to the front door.
Okay, copy.
These are good to go.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you.
Your Honor, may I ask one clarifying question? Because the way that the motion is titled talks about the collection of touch or trace DNA at 2825 Saratoga Trail as well as during the autopsy, but the body of the motion does not. I want to make sure that Mr. Merson is aware that the home where the homicides were alleged to have occurred has been released by law enforcement, was released as of about midnight last night. So even as we stand today, we are not in a position to be able to go back in and collect trace DNA from that home. So I just want to make clear that the ruling of the court does not require us to do anything affirmative with respect to the home.
And Mr. Wren advised me that the government is no longer in control of the home, so I'm aware of that. Thank you.
I don't know why the Rusiks took her makeup bag, but you can overhear Sandy asking Nickole Atkinson about it on Officer Coonrod's body cam.
Thank you.
Do you guys know why we're here?
No, I assumed that the neighbors were upset and they called the police.
They called somebody was burglarizing the place.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anybody was supposed to be here. So
That's fine. You respond to the burglar and you want to make sure that...
Yeah.
And
I'm Richard Aguilar. Hi. Forensic scientist. I'm Richard Aguilar.
We just brought stuff in. We
Yeah.
didn't take it.
Perfect.
No, we are probably okay to be here. We're just going to double check with the DA and make sure we cover all our bases. But
So, sorry, I was just telling him we probably should have thought to give you guys a heads up.
Well, the DA's office probably should have done that too. So.
I don't think they knew we were coming, in all fairness to them. Oh, okay.
So the big advantage is
The
that
house has been released a long
the
time
blade
ago,
flexes, so it conforms to the shape of your head.
It was released Wednesday at midnight, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
It was released as a crime scene, but yeah.
Yeah, it's been completely released, so they have no control of who comes in and out at this point. So whoever has access is allowed to be here.
Okay. So I
That's
assume.
what I was saying. They should probably let us know.
Yeah, I assume you got a
just
code for the garage or something to get in.
yeah. I mean, we didn't need a key to get in. You just punch in the code and it kind of pops open or whatever.
Moving company tells us that apparently there was a call made for an order of about 3,500 pounds. It was a home move. We don't know at this point if they dispatched moving employees or whether this was something just the family or friends of Shannon Watts had planned to organize. But we can tell you this, that a witness, a source tells us, saw Shanann's father, Frank, who was moving a bed frame at the time out of the house and into the truck. They said that they noticed that he was red-faced and sweaty. Perhaps he had been moving more things prior to when they saw him moving the bed frame. They also said they saw him moving what looked like a mirror covered in a blanket out of that home. And Frank Rusick Sr., Shanann's father, apparently not the only person who was there moving things out of this home. We're also told by this source that there was a woman in her 30s with brown hair who was with him helping in this move. We can also say that there were police there. There was a police presence, looked like a deputy, not sure what agency, but the source did say it appeared a sheriff's deputy's vehicle was present as well.
Opens the door. Inside the living room is a female reporter with a camera. and Nickole Atkinson is carrying Madison. As she comes to the door, if you pause it, she's wearing Shanann's pink Apple Watch.
Well, that's why I was going to try to stop them before they went in, but that didn't happen, so that's okay. Hey, Chris, so we need to have everybody step out of the house.
Okay. Mostly because we don't want the dog to get confused with all the stuff
Correct.
that's going on.
So you can leave that there. You can leave your camera there.
I'll break it
Okay,
outside.
we
I
just...
don't want to mess you guys up at all. Because my scent has, yeah.
Dispatch 50922. Is she just getting the dog off that dog? Show me in service, please.
So Tru Tam insists that Nickole Atkinson is wearing Shanann's pink Apple Watch. I don't know why it's so important that she wants people to believe that. I think it's because she wants everyone to be fooled into thinking that Nickole Atkinson had something to do with Shanann's and the girl's death. So they're just trying to twist things around. Nickole Atkinson is not wearing a watch at all. I mean, if you look really close, I've even slowed it down so you can see. She doesn't have a watch on. Unreal. So in other videos, Tru Tam says that Shanann left North Carolina, took a loss on her house, kind of left in a hurry, and left her furniture behind. That's also false. On the left is Shanann's old house. On the right, her new house. She's even taken decorations, pillows, knickknacks, her furniture. So I don't know why these people are trying to bend the truth so much. It's not true. So here's the dead doll photo. You know how Ronnie Watts insisted to police that Shanann took this photo of the doll. It's ominous. It looks like someone's dead underneath the sheet. But according to the discovery files, ChrisWatts took this picture and he sent it to Shanann. She had left town for Arizona when he took the picture. That was the same day he deleted his Facebook account, and she asked him why, and he didn't answer her. And then he told CBI that he can't remember who took the picture. Such a lying sack of shit. Okay, so then she moves on to tell people that Shanann was actively bleeding. Because, you know, she had the patterned abrasion along her left jawline. No, according to her, she was bleeding. It's not anywhere in the discovery files or in the autopsy, but according to her, yeah, there was blood.
but there was a thumbprint and the fingers wrapped around here. She also had some sort of injury here, which lines up with her arm being up over her head, like the position they said she was. Because that whole shoulder, the left shoulder on that shirt hanging in evidence, that's blood. That is not red clay, because if it was red clay, the entire shirt would be like looking like that. It is blood.
Then she states Shanann wasn't strangled at all.
That he strangled her with both hands from the front. Shanann was strangled from the back, like this. Cheesy fingers. Like that. And there is a very small thumbprint bruise on the back of her neck.
So, cause of death was strangulation. These are the injuries that Shanann sustained. So when they talk about anterior subcutaneous neck tissue, I hate to burst your bubble, Tam, but anterior means front in the medical world. So Tru Tam states the cadaver dogs didn't hit anywhere in the house, not even in the basement, and that no one was murdered in the house.
That is definitely not made. Stuff on hangers, coats.
That intensity, see, he hasn't been that intensity.
There's a dead wasp on the bed, but
not been that intensity, yeah.
there's a sleeping mask right here too.
Huh?
There's a sleeping mask right there too.
And this has not been cleaned up like everything else.
Sure hasn't.
See, this may be her scent. Something has set him off.
Well, that's a like a night sleep.
Is that what it is?
A night sleep mask.
Something has set him off down in this area. Maybe get Jeff or one of the others in here and see, because with this...
I'll have Officer Perez send one of them in.
Before they get going, just bring him down into this area and see, and just because he's so intense. Okay, that's a good boy. Come here. Okay, sit down. Okay, with that fan going,
I just shut it
it's
off.
hard to tell where that scent's actually coming from.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'll get him out.
Hey, can you send one of the canines down to the basement, please?
Let me get him out of here.
Yep, she's going to take her dog out, and we need to have one of them come in, and I'm going to stay in the basement and wait for them. So she's coming out right now. Big time. But we don't know what, so that's why we're going to have one of the others come in, because they have different skill sets. So keep everybody out. She's coming out, and just have another canine come in. All right? Okay. Bye.
800 block of Stagecoach Drive with 408 Ida George. Boy.
1245.
ChrisWatts, WATTS.
What's going on right now around your house?
Right now, you got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get a scent and see where they went. If they went on foot, they went in a car, or they went somewhere. And right now, it's just like they've been on point. They're going through the house trying to get a scent, and hopefully they can pick something up to where it's going to lead to something. She came home from the airport 2 a.m. and I left around 5:15. She was still here.
What's that? Basement. Basement.
Let's just do a search of this
Yep.
without information from what Janie did. And,
Yep.
And to give you a little bit better information.
Sounds good.
Let's go find. Is this bed that's used, or is it
We don't know. It's the only bed in the house that's unmade.
Dispatch, Jones County 23.
Johnson 832. Correction, Johnson 8233.
I'm going to run down to Johnson's Corner and see if I can attempt to find this vehicle that they've lost.
Copy, Sony, you're up.
Text her. Give me a flashlight.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what she's. So he's not doing it. His trained final alert.
Okay.
So I would say there's no HRT stuff down here. He has a little interest here. Dex, come here, please. You know, it may be worth looking at this mat. If things develop, I don't know. It's just kind of had a little bit of. Is this where Janie's dog had interest too? Or?
Very good. The opposite side, so bed area, and we actually shut off the furnace just to eliminate that. But it was from the other direction, right where those coolers were.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of just refocus. So I don't know.
832, can you repeat that?
If there was.
Yeah, if you're not tied up on something, you meet me out in Johnson's corner.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm just finishing up on that.
Am I good to turn this back on?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there was just revisiting right here. And the only thing, I mean, there's a bag of rope and some tie downs and a whole bunch of paint cans.
Yeah. So I'm pretty confident it would not be a body or parts.
Okay.
He is a confessed murderer, but he doesn't know how they died. The evidence is the evidence and the facts are the facts. Just because you don't want it or you don't like it doesn't mean anything.
Okay, so then she claims she wants to educate people and she wants them to know what the facts are, and she's putting out all kinds of bullshit. Then she says Shanann didn't die from strangulation. She died from unlawful termination of a pregnancy resulting in death. Hello. The unlawful termination of pregnancy is referring to baby Nico's death, not Shanann's. Because Colorado doesn't have a fetal homicide law. He knew that she was pregnant when he murdered her. He killed her.
Prove me wrong. I don't want to argue and fight. I don't need hate. I don't need, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. As I said, spread the word, please. Share the channel. Because I just want to educate people on the facts.
You wanted proof? There's your proof, Tam. You're full of shit. Talk to you later, everybody. Love you, bye.